and happy St. Patrick's Day. I'm Dr. Sammons with Sozo Life and Wellness in Elizabethton, Tennessee. We're in some trying times right now in our world, and I just wanted to communicate some things to you guys. I've had multiple emails, multiple Facebook messages, text messages, phone calls, requesting this, and I should have done it last week. First thing that I want to say is that I'm a believer, and ultimately and foremost that God is my refuge and my strength, and He is an ever-present help in times of trouble. And therefore, I will not fear. I have no fear right now in what's going on in our society, because I dwell in the shelter of the Most High, and I rest in the shadow of the Almighty. And I will say to the Lord, you are my refuge and my fortress, my God in whom I trust. My trust is in God. It's not in man. It's not in, what we have available in the medical system, or we don't, but ultimately my trust is in God. He's provided things here on this earth that I think that are very beneficial that we can use in this situation. First thing, another thing that I want to communicate to you guys is I'm not being paid by any of these companies. I'm going to make recommendations of products that I personally use and what I would do if I came down with the coronavirus, and what I do on a daily basis right now as far as immune support and what I've been doing for the past several months. I am not here to make any kind of claims to treat, cure, diagnose. I'm not here to tell you what to do. I'm making suggestions. And first thing I want to talk to you about is how you can support your immune system. And we've got a lot of things here. My desk is not normally this cluttered. We've got a lot of things here, and I'm going to go through some of these things very briefly. I may not answer every question, and there are things that I can't cover every aspect of every product here. The other thing that I would like to communicate is that I cannot answer questions outside of this video. We can't take calls for your questions, for your family. That you do need to set up a consult and come in and sit down and talk to us one-on-one and go through an energetic assessment. So with that being said, the first thing I want to show you guys is a nebulizer. Some of these things that I'm going to be showing you I've actually brought from my home. This is a nebulizer. You can turn it on, and I didn't plug it in. I had that plugged in earlier and unplugged it. So let me show you how this works. It's kind of noisy. This is an older model, but as you can see, there's a fine mist coming out of this. Okay, so in my nebulizer this morning, I put a solution of hydrogen peroxide. This is a 3% food grade hydrogen peroxide, and I diluted this down to a 1:10 ratio. I put 1 part food grade hydrogen peroxide to 10 parts of purified water, and I used Fiji water. Frank Schallenberger, who is a medical doctor, has a protocol online called nebulizing hydrogen peroxide. This is known for eradicating viruses. I've used that for years and personally used it, had my clients use it very, very, very successfully. You would nebulize 3 to 5 milliliters of a diluted solution of hydrogen peroxide. If I had coronavirus, I would do that probably 5 times a day. What goes into the lungs is going to go systemically, and we're dealing with a virus that attacks the lungs. So what better thing to use than a nebulizer? The other thing that I would do is I would nebulize Argentin 23 silver. Now, do not mix these two products together. Argentin 23 is a practitioner grade, 23 parts per million. It's a silver hydroxyl. It is not colloidal silver. Okay, I trust this company. I know doctors that IV this for infection. This is an excellent, excellent product. We are on back order for this product. This is my last bottle, and then I have some 32-ounce bottles, and we're waiting for our delivery for next week. We normally keep 3 months supply on hand of products, and we are running very low. If I couldn't get Argentin 23, I would do Sovereign Silver. Same company makes this product. It's 10 parts per million. It's less than half the strength. But I would still, if I couldn't get this, I would do this one. This is our last bottle of this. Again, this product you want to use full strength. Do not dilute it. Put it directly into your nebulizer. My favorite hand sanitizer is not a product like this. I would not use a hand sanitizer like this. In fact, I use this for demonstration purposes only. I don't use this personally because these products have alcohol and chemicals in them that will destroy your gut microbiome, and that is your immune system, people, and that will cause an elevation in fungal infections. When you have fungal infections, you get mycotoxins. Mycotoxins suppress the immune system. And this is my favorite hand sanitizer. It is Sovereign Silver's Silver Mist. It's a silver spray. I take this when I travel. I've got a little tiny bottle that I keep in my pocketbook. I typically mix some essential oils in there, like thieves oil. You can use On Guard. There's several oils out there. This is what I use as a hand sanitizer. This is not going to mess up my gut microbiome. I can spray this on surfaces. When I get on a plane, I'll spray down my tray table. The other thing for immune support is vitamin C, and I've got several companies I like their vitamin C. One is Nutrimetics. This is a corn-free vitamin C. You can go online and research this stuff. Go to their company website and look at these things. I'm going to go through them quickly. Research Nutritionals, CLRA. This is a vitamin C that is liposomal, which means that it's going to go directly into the cells. Liposomal vitamin C is just as effective as IV vitamin C. This one has R-lipoic acid in there as well. China Free, another excellent liposomal form of vitamin C. American Nutraceuticals, Vitality C. This is a buffered C. If you take vitamin C orally, many times people have gastric distress from vitamin C. This one will not give you that. I took 8 grams, which is 8,000 milligrams. I did this last night when I went home just to test it out to see what I could tolerate. Had no gastric distress. Then this morning I woke up, I took 8 grams or 8,000 milligrams on an empty stomach. It did not bother me, okay? So another excellent form of vitamin C. Glutathione. Glutathione is your liver's #1 antioxidant. When you're dealing with sickness, I don't care what it is, you have to support your liver and the detoxification pathways. Some of you have a methylation defect. Your methylation pathways are compromised, and we would support your methylation system in that situation. We use a product, and I don't have it on my desk. It's by Systemic Formulas called MORS, M-O-R-S. That is a methylation support product. In addition to that, glutathione, liposomal glutathione. This is Research Nutritional's Trifort glutathione. This one you don't have to refrigerate. They also make one called GSH. This one you do refrigerate. ReadySorb has an excellent product. Quicksilver is another company that I use their glutathione. And they're out right now. We can't get it, and we've sold out. Glutathione, your liver's #1 antioxidant, again, supports your liver and your detox pathways. If you cannot get liposomal glutathione, then what would I do? As a practitioner, I would use some alpha lipoic acid, about 600 milligrams twice a day. This can drop your blood sugar, so be careful. Take this with food. It goes directly to the portal vein in the liver. This is a great, and it's also a glutathione precursor. So alpha lipoic acid, something else that's inexpensive, N-acetylcysteine, again, 600 milligrams. I would pair this with vitamin C if I was going to take it. 600 milligrams twice a day. This would be, my second choice. Vitamin D3, okay, D3. Couple of options on that. Product by Systemic Formulas called DV3. This one has immune support. Go online, look at this product. Lots and lots of good immune support built into this vitamin D. You want to always take D3 with K2. You've got to route the calcium that the D carries. Don't take D3 by itself, because your calcium can end up going to your joints or your arteries, and we want calcium going into our teeth and our bones. Okay, another great D3 K2 combination is this Quicksilver product. It is a liposomal form. Okay, vitamin D, K, A, E, those are all fat-soluble vitamins. If you do not have your gallbladder, you're going to be low in fat-soluble vitamins. I have never seen it to fail in my practice. People that have had their gallbladders removed are always low in vitamin D. Now, my standard of vitamin D levels are different probably than traditional medicine, because I train under integrative MDs and functional medicine doctors, and their standards are higher. I tell my clients, and if you've been to my practice, you've heard me say this over and over and over, I want your vitamin D levels between 80 and 100 nanograms per milliliter. I have my clients, as part of their daily regimen, take 5,000 units of D3 combined with K2, the products that we have that's already dosed in there to proportion that you need. This is a daily thing. This is not something that you come off of. My favorite saying is, you're going to take this from now till Jesus comes back, okay? This is one of those products you're going to stay on. We don't work outside. We're not getting sun exposure. When you're outside, just as a side note, getting vitamin D on your skin, don't run in the door and take a shower, because you're going to wash it off. Dr. Mercola, M-E-R-C-O-L-A, Mercola.com has some great information on vitamin D3 and how it's used, and all of this stuff that I'm telling you guys right now. So go on there, do the research for yourself. D3 is excellent. If I got a viral infection, I did this years ago when I got the flu, and I just learned about vitamin D. Dr. Klinghardt says vitamin D is the holy grail of medicine. They use high doses over in Europe, in Germany. I took 50,000 units of vitamin D for 3 consecutive days. Within 24 hours, my flu symptoms had resolved. I continued to take it. I've taken that much vitamin D. I've actually taken up to 100,000 units before. Okay? You don't do it for long periods of time. You might do it for 7 days. If you have elevated levels of vitamin D in your body, you're not going to get the flu. Okay? So that's another, just a quick tip, something that you can do. Zinc, I took this morning before I came to work. This is Allergy Research Group. It's 25 milligrams. I take about 25 milligrams of zinc. I've done that all through, since back in the fall through the cold and flu season. I do this twice a day with food. Zinc is something that can make you nauseated, so don't take this on an empty stomach. Okay, if I got a viral infection, I would bump this up probably to 100 milligrams. I would split it up into a couple of doses. Again, take this with food a couple of times a day. We have a product by Transformation Enzymes called Immune AV. This product has a high dose vitamin A, it has zinc, it has selenium. So this is another one that you can research. My favorite way to get selenium, Brazil nuts. I keep a package of these in my freezer. My office manager is smiling behind the camera right now. I grab 3 or 4 of these and eat them every day. If you're sick, you want to boost your selenium levels up to about 800 micrograms a day on that. Other immune support, transfer factor multi-immune. This product has beta-glucan in it. They make about 3 or 4 formulas, and you would have to energetically test to see which works best for you. But this is a fabulous, fabulous immune support product. I've taken this over the course of the winter. All of my autoimmune clients are on this, cancer clients, Lyme clients. Excellent. This increases your NK cells in your body. So excellent, excellent support system there. Now, for antivirals particularly, what we've seen and had excellent, I'm reorganizing here, results with Takuna by Nutramedics. I often pair Takuna with Noni when people come in here with viral infections, especially the flu. We've seen flu eradicated in 24 hours by pairing these 2 products, okay? I'm going to try to put some dosing things online later. So excellent, excellent products, excellent antivirals. Cemento is cat's claw. This is great for immune support in the body. One of the things that Where's my little baby? Where's my baby girl? Don't forget your pets, people. I brought my dog home. Come here, sweetheart. Come here. Come here. Oh, you come over here. You come over here. Yes, you come over here. I brought her home on Christmas Eve, and she flew home on an airplane, and there's a lot of recirculated air. We know the talk about that. So ever since I've had my dog, based on her body weight, she has gotten Tacuna, and she's gotten Cemento, and I've given her Banderol as well. 1 drop is all I do twice a day for her. This is an antiviral. It works great on pets, and I've never heard NutriMedics talk about that, but we've had really, really, really good success. Now, what can you do if you're, also, we didn't talk about this, magnesium. Magnesium is very important. That's one of those other things that I have people take twice a day. 300 milligrams is what I normally recommend on this. You may need to increase it. If you're under stress, you're peeing it out. Okay, your body's not holding it in. So additional ways that you can add magnesium to your body is through lotions or oils. This is Ancient Minerals. There are other ones out there on the market. You can take Epsom salt baths and soak in Epsom salt. That's probably the quickest way to get magnesium into your body. I'm going to take you around my practice here in just a minute and show you some equipment that we have. Let me put Chanel down because she's pretty chilled out. This is how we need to be, people. We don't need to be anxious or upset. If you are dealing with anxiety, some products that you might want to take. NutriMedics Amantia. Okay, you can start out with 15 drops of this, take it 3 to 4 times a day. Another product, American Nutraceuticals Stress-Ease. This product has a great blend. It has some L-theanine, it has let's see, what else have we got in here? Some herbals that are calming. You can go on their website and look at the entire blend of that. You could take this up to 4 times a day. Just plain L-theanine by itself. This is pure encapsulations. 200 milligrams is typically the dose, up to 4 times a day. You don't want to exceed 800 milligrams in a dose. Another product, iodine. Iodine is an excellent, excellent antimicrobial. I use nascent iodine in my practice. Some people use Lugol's. We've had excellent success with this. Let's see here. Another good detox product is Berber by NutriMedics. Excellent, excellent. Now, what happens if you've been using this stuff and you've wiped your gut flora out? If you're going to clean your hands, use soap. Just regular, normal soap. Wash your hands with soap. This is a product, it's an intensive blend. It's a 500 billion count probiotic. If it was me and I had gone through a round of antibiotics, or I've done something that's compromised my gut flora, which could be a colonic, as good as they are, you want to reinstate bacteria anytime you do colonics. If you have done, gone and had a colonoscopy, your gut flora gets wiped out. You need to do that. If you've had a round of antibiotics, all those things can affect your gut flora. So what would I do if I had done something to compromise my gut flora? I would get a super high dose probiotic. I would get a Fleet enema. I would empty what is in this bottle. I would put purified water in it, and I would put a pack of probiotics, and I would do a rectal implant for about 20 minutes after I've emptied my bowel. Okay, do this after you've gone to the bathroom, and do a 20-minute retention enema with a probiotic to reinstate the gut flora. One thing that I haven't heard anybody talk about, there's a lot of things we can do to help support our immune system. You know, I've just made some quick notes, and I'm doing this off the cuff. You need to eliminate refined sugars, okay? All refined sugars need to come out of your diet because that compromises the immune system. They're immune suppressors. Consider a ketogenic, a paleo type diet where you're not having a lot of carbs that are going to convert to sugar. Avoid processed foods. That's something else that's going to compromise your immune system. Drink plenty of water. Oh my goodness. Oh, my favorite thing in the world, Berkey water filters. Guys, these black filters filter out viruses. This is a small handheld water bottle. What you buy and pay for in this product right here is 4 cents a bottle. You can't buy bottled water for that, okay? And we have Berkey systems up front I can show you, but this is so important. Drink lots of water, flush toxins out, get restful sleep, do exercise, watch your diet, eat clean food. Your environment is so important. Stay away from EMFs. I don't know if you can see this over here or not. And I've got a bunch of plugs. I know my office is different. This used to be a surgery center, so there were all kinds of things up here on the walls when I bought this building. But right here, we're hardwired. Our computer systems are hardwired. We're not using wireless internet. If you have a cell phone, get a safe sleeve to protect yourself from EMFs, okay? This blocks radiation if you put this up to your head. Go online, safe sleeve. Get yourself something. If you're around a lot of EMFs and you can go outside, put your feet on the ground. Can you hand me that book behind you on the shelf called Earthing? Thank you. I meant to have that over here. This book is excellent. Earthing. Earthing is written by Stephen Sinatra. He's a cardiologist. Clint Ober wrote this. Excellent resource to tell you about earthing and how it can help mitigate some of the effects of EMFs. Just getting outside, putting your feet on the ground, getting in nature. Get off your TVs, get off your cell phones, get off Facebook, get away from the stress. One thing that I haven't heard anybody talk about, and I've watched a ton of videos, I watched Dr. Klinghardt the other night, I watched Perlmutter, I've seen a bunch of guys talking. Nobody has discussed your shoes. When you're outside walking around, I was in China for 2 weeks. Back in 2007, right before the Olympics, I went over there on a missions trip. One of our things that we trained in, you do not go into anybody's home with your shoes on. Why? Because you're walking around the ground. And what do people do in China is the same thing they do here in East Tennessee. You go to a gas station, a convenience store, what do? You hear people coughing and clearing their throat, and then they spit. And that happened all over China. It was men, it was women. That was part of their culture. And then you walk and you're picking this stuff up. Or you go into a bathroom, you go into a public restroom, and there's urine on the ground. You don't know what you're walking into. Every time you come home, you're bringing in toxins into your house. Take your shoes off before you come in the door. This is a source of pathogens, okay? And I haven't heard anybody cover that in all the videos and things that I've watched. So let's come up front. I'm going to show you some things that I have here in my practice. Again, this is what I would do personally if I'm dealing with the coronavirus. So let's start up front. We know that viruses do not have the ability to handle oxidative stress. I can tell you this personally. A couple of months ago, I came down with the worst fever blister I've ever had in my entire life, and I haven't had a fever blister in years. My lip swelled up, turned wrong side out. I sent a picture of it to a friend of mine that's an MD. It was horrible. If I didn't have my camera being used to film me, I would show you pictures and maybe I can show it online. I have my own ozone machine. A lot of my clients have ozone machines. I have my own personal ozone machine. I filled this syringe with pure ozone. I held my nose and I just sprayed pure ozone on that. And I walked away to get out of the ozone because you can't breathe pure ozone. It'll damage your lungs. I did that in the morning. I did that in the afternoon. I did some lymphatics and that thing had gone down in less than 12 hours. That's unheard of. You can't get rid of a fever blister in less than 7 days, even taking a pharmaceutical. I saw the effects of ozone personally on a virus. I know what this stuff can do. It's powerful. This is an ozone machine. If you're wanting to do ozone to get into your lungs, you run it through oil because it produces ozonide. You cannot breathe pure ozone. Then you put on a nasal cannula and you breathe the ozonides. That goes into your lungs, and again, what goes into your lungs goes systemically. This is one other, if you can't afford an ozone machine, get a nebulizer, nebulize. Come on around, Miss Jada. I'm gonna show him the PEMF machine. If I had coronavirus, any lung infection, this is gonna go around my neck, and I'm gonna do PEMF. A lot of doctors use this in their practice. Lear and Keneally, who is a world-renowned MD. She has a huge practice out in California. I've heard her speak multiple times at cancer conferences. This machine right here produces oxygen in the body. It changes what's called the oxygen dissociation curve. It also changes the transmembrane potential of the cell. That is the electrical charge of the cell. If a cell is sick and dying, it loses its electrical charge. This changes that. I've seen miracles with this. I literally have seen miracles with this machine. We've closed wounds that have quadriplegic had for 9 years, and the medical community couldn't get it closed. We closed it by treating him twice a week with this machine. Okay, this produces oxygen. What am I going to do after I get off PEMF? Then I'm going to come on down the hall here, and I'm going to go into my hyperbaric chamber. Okay, I just produced oxygen in my body with PEMF. This is a hyperbaric chamber. This is a Viteris, and we know from Boyle's law back in chemistry, any gas under pressure is going to increase. So whatever oxygen is in my body is going to be enhanced when I get into the oxygen chamber. I would do an hour of hyperbarics or more, maybe even an hour and a half. I would follow both of those therapies because that is oxidative stress. It's going to give a punch to my immune system, but then about an hour, 2 hours later, I'm going to follow that with some vitamin C, some resveratrol. I'm going to do some antioxidants to combat the oxidative stress on my body. Melatonin at bedtime when you sleep, that's also an antioxidant. Okay, the other thing that I'm going to do, we're going to come down the hall here. You can see we've got diffusers going in our office. We're diffusing immune support system oils right now. So in here we have our lymphatic room. Turn the lights on. This is a photon light generated lymphatic device. If I turn this on, Jada, if you turn that light off, can you show just a minute? I don't know if we can get this to come on. Can you see the purple on there? Okay, guys, this therapy is phenomenal. This is one of the best things I've ever added to my practice. The tools in my toolbox, you're seeing a little bit of it. This is amazing. This is vibrational lights, and it's also electrical waves. This stimulates the lymphatic system. You can do dry brushing, you can do manual massage. That is going to be for superficial lymph. This gets into the deep lymphatic system. Your lymph is your immune system. You've got to break up that lymph. You've got to break up the congested lymph. If you're sick and you can't move, your lymph system's congested. We've got to move the toxins out of the cells. We've got to move the nutrients into the cells. I would do lymph therapy. I would do it twice a day if I was sick. Okay? I mean, if I had the ability, and I know some of you don't have financial resources to do that, but I'm telling you what I would do as a practitioner if I came down with a chronic illness such as coronavirus. I would do this. This helps to proteins get trapped in what we call the interstitium, or the space between the cells. This helps to remove trapped proteins. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. Again, I said I'm doing this off the cuff. So let's go back up front. Let me show you Berkey water system up here. You're getting a tour of my office. I wasn't planning this, but hey. This is a Berkey system right here. We've been selling several of these. We do not sell these at standard retail price. I can't tell you how much we sell them at.